Boom. And we're in, everybody. We are in. Let's get the feed unmuted so we can hear the room. What is up, pool fans? One-Pocket enthusiasts? We got a hell of a tournament getting kicked underway, and I heard there was over $315,000 in the Calcutta. Or close to 315, sorry. I think it was 314.8, I believe, was the final number. Pretty wild stuff. Pretty wild event getting underway here. We got premium viewing angle. Fedor's got us set up with on the camera right here. So it is going to be a good time. It is going to be a good time for sure. So we're racing to 5. One-Pocket, which we know, I mean, it could go any number of ways. We could be into a grindy set here. We all know that Jonathan's not afraid to move him up table, especially against a shooter. We got Facebook in the chat this time. We got name is wrong, Ryan Kuntz says. Let me check that out. Let me see what happened there. Looks good to me on Facebook. Maybe he's saying his name should be Hennessy. I could see that. Anyway, right out the break here, Jonathan's really taking his time because Fedor's got a hell of a good spread with that 11 ball being real close to Fedor's pocket off the break. And all the balls on like near the short rail are kind of covering up that 11. So Jonathan found a dead ball. Hennessy found a dead ball right out the gate. Oh, wrong name in the scoreboard. Face palm, dude. I thought I changed that years ago. Thank you. Let's get that right. We'll go all caps. My bad, guys. I had a little, I don't know if you guys noticed. I went live for a few seconds recently and then had a glitch in the software. I think that's probably what happened. But we're back, and unfortunately for Hennessy here, he didn't get a shot after that dead ball. Unlucky. I'll do my best to keep the score right. Help keep me honest if you can. But let's go to full screen here and sweat the action. Fedor's always upgrading his channel. I wore the shirt to match the color scheme today. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Hennessy's going to have to do something about this 8 and 11. And I think it's tough to get back behind there to kick him out, so. He's just going to duck. Gets real close to the 8. That's a pretty nice shot, but Fedor's going to be able to do something with this 5 ball. There's one ball currently sitting on Hennessy's side that is even pocketable, but you'll never shoot at it if you're Hennessy, that 7 ball being. You'll never shoot at it because you're always moving balls to Fedor's side. You shoot at that ball, unless you got like a dead ringer, you know you're going to make it. My music's a little loud. I apologize. Let me turn it down for you guys. That should be better. Just in case the jukebox turns on in the room, we got to have that running. Fedor just ducks up table. He's got a lot of pressure on his side, so he's trying to protect it. Uses the 6 ball real nice. That 8 and 11 are deadly if Jonathan can't do anything about it. Let me pop out the chat here so I don't miss anything that you guys are saying. There we go. What's up, famous YouTuber? What's going on, Shane Robinson? Race to 5-1 pocket with Henny starting at 10 p.m. is kind of late. Yeah, it could be a late night. They're going through the first round because it's a full 32-player bracket, so they're going through the whole first round tonight. Unless Hennessy sells out like that early days. You better believe Fedor's going to do everything he can to get out right here just to get the games moving. Dude, I need to learn to read Vietnamese. There's so much Vietnamese going on in the chat right now on Facebook. Someday, I'm going to download that Duolingo and go to town. What's up, John? Pacha. Freedom! Freedom! That's right. I wouldn't say game over quite yet. I mean, Fedor's taking his time picking apart this run out because obviously he's got the 2 balls sitting right there right now, but you know, getting across to the 5 ball is really important. I wonder if he goes now and uses the 11 ball as insurance later in the run out. 1-1. Pardon the, you'll see something on screen here. I'm going to make sure that we're watching in 1080p here. Yeah, we're good. We are good. Oh, nice, Collins. Dogging it. Vietnam for the win. Yeah. Oh, wow. This 12 ball or the 10 maybe even goes. If the 10 goes here, yeah. This should be game over. I believe that the 113 is pointing so close to the middle of the hole. He's looking at it right now. Oh, he might be looking to see if the 2 ball can pass. If the 2 ball passes, I mean, it's even more than over, but he does decide to pop over to the 11 now. Unless he's got a good angle on this 113. Fedor went for 43,000 in the Calcutta. I'm sure he got a piece of himself. Almost sure. No, you got to be sure he got a piece of himself. Yeah, 13 goes. The 11 ball was insurance. All he needs to do is be able to slide over to one of these balls down here near the short rail and get a decent look at it. And he should be able to seal the deal. I don't think you're going to be playing the 15 or the 3. Obviously, the 3 doesn't go. I don't think you're going to be playing any of those other balls. Just kisses the 2 out. Beautiful stuff. Has an angle to get to the 4 ball in the middle of the table. Life is good. This one for the opening game and a first open shot 8 and out. There it is. The ghost. You miss, you lose. There's your boy walking up in front of the camera. Holy crap, the Vietnam fans on Facebook. I love it. Any new news on the SVB Fedor 10-ball match? I mean, they're going to play. They're going to play. $50K a piece minimum. What kind of news are you looking for? Look at this break. This is no good. This is no good. If there's a lane for this 4-ball to bank the 4-ball into the 12, maybe? It's tough to see from this angle exactly what he can see, but he left a lot of access to the balls that are creating pressure on his side. So a lot of freedom for this opening shot for Fedor. What did Tony go for? $45K. Keith Cross could definitely do without the music. We need it in case they play some copywritten music on the jukebox. I know it is a touch loud. Let me try turning it down just a touch more for you guys. I just got to make sure it stays louder than the room music would be. That's too quiet. That's going to be about the spot right there. I see Fedor's playing his favorite opponent tonight. You know, Hennessy was very cordial, very considerate. I was hearing about, you know, when the matches got called, Fedor was worrying if Jonathan was not, you know, if he was going to prefer that Fedor didn't stream. But he was very kind and very open and said, yeah, it's fine. I don't mind. Let's have a good match. So that's very, very cool. Yeah, you would think that Alex Pagulayan would be playing in this tournament considering all the action that's out there, but looks like he didn't make it. Am I doing an interview with Gorst after the match? No, I don't believe so. I'll check with him. He might. If he does want to do it, he might call me early because I think we're about 3 or 4 minutes behind the live action. So we'll see. Fedor is taking a real long time, and he's looking at what I was talking about with the 4-ball bank. He's looking at banking the 4-ball, I believe, into the 12, unless it has a clear path. Oh, he might be looking at banking the 12? And spinning the cue ball into the 6? That would be ultra aggressive. Depends on how far from the short rail the 12 ball sits. I believe Alex is traveling for business. Oh, he's playing the cue ball onto the 12. What a freaking shot. Holy cue ball. Just lock him up. There's nothing to see here, Hennessy. You're essentially forced to remove one of the balls from your side. There's no bank on the 1 ball here. You're probably just sending the cue ball way up table, you know. Looks like he's looking at sending him off the 1 maybe. And putting the cue ball right down in this area to try to... Hennessy's main concern is protecting these 2 balls. Right here. Hennessy needs to protect those 2 balls because it creates a lot of pressure for Fedor and reduces all of his options. Needs to make sure that he doesn't sell out any shots on those 2 balls. So if Hennessy comes up short here and gives any kind of look at this 6 ball, it's going to be real bad for business. Oh, he plays him into the stack. That's pretty good. It's a nice shot. NorCal player Oliver Ruger sold for $4,000 in the auction. He sold for the same amount as the GOAT, Efren Reyes. Now, I can understand Efren maybe not having as much energy as he used to, playing race to 5, long tournament. If he has a lot of energy and can maintain energy, he could be a steal, obviously, the GOAT. Looks like they are playing the jukebox. I'm going to turn my music up just a touch here, guys, just to make sure that all gets covered up okay. I know a lot of people don't care for it, but we're going to roll with it. Fedor trying to kick underneath the 6 ball. Is he going to get the 6 ball out of play? He does. He doesn't really tie up the 12 ball, though, because it looks like the 12-6 lays okay. He might have left a bank here at that combo. The question being, can Hennessy play the cue ball into a two-way spot here where if the balls don't go, if the ball doesn't go, you don't want to leave Fedor a look to remove them. But at the same time, if the ball does go, you want to leave yourself a shot. Looks like Fedor fouled. Looks like there was no rail there. I think that's what they're talking about. I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Did the cue ball get a rail after hitting the 6? Can anyone rewind it? Yeah, Oliver had a really good result, or a better than expected result out in Vegas at the U.S. Open. So Fedor put the point up. He put the coin up, rather. So I'm going to put the -1 in the scoreboard for the Ghost. Foul, no rail, no rail, no rail. Yeah, everyone's saying no rail. Yeah, so there it is. There's a foul. Yeah, so the cue ball did not make it back to the rail. What happens if you foul or don't get to a rail? I'm new to ONE-PKT. You owe a ball. So if you have already made balls, you spot one up. But if you have not made any balls, if you have no balls scored yet, you owe one so that when you do finally pocket a ball in your own pocket, it spots up. Now, this is a good shot from Hennessy. Although I think Fedor might be able to kick or maybe rail first, make this 4. You just want to make sure you don't sell out anything on the 6 ball. Depends on how thin you have to hit it. He's looking at it right now. Oh, he's looking at maybe kicking into the 6 and caroming off the 6 to make the 4? I wonder what he's looking at here. Or maybe he's looking at what's going to happen after he contacts the 4 rail first, maybe. Let's see what happens here. Looks like he's looking at going into the 4 first and hoping to nudge the 6 ball out. Maybe the 6 is close enough to the 4 where it immediately hits the 6 ball. So he's kicking just to make the 4, and that's not going to be good enough. So he owes 2, and he's on 2. Federer's actually on 2. They are playing 3-foul rule here. The rule is the 3-foul rule. So if Federer fouls in his next visit to the table, it is end of game, which is very easy to not commit a foul in one pocket. But in case of a fluke, there's something to keep in mind there. Federer owes 2. Yes, Federer would have to make 10 balls in total from this point to win. Correct. He owes 2. Let me move that over in the old scoreboard there. Now, this is an interesting spot, though. Maybe, how next level would it be if Federer just took a foul right there because he knows that if Hennessy makes the 4, it takes the 6 out and you can't play position? How next level would that be? Is Hennessy not shooting at it because it's no good? He's not even looking at the 4 ball. What happens if you run out of balls on the table? If you owe more balls than can be made, but the game still isn't over, like your opponent still hasn't reached 8 balls, then you run all the balls on the table and then you spot whatever is owed. So if you only owe 1, then 1 ball spots out. But if you owe 2 or 3 at the beginning of your inning, then you spot all 3 balls. So that's something to keep in mind because, you know, you can't always play position on the 2 balls on the spot. You know, there's no shot usually. Who's he playing? Hennessy's his nickname. Hennessy's what all the pool players call him. Oh, and he has 1. Apologies. Yeah, right on, Robert White. Glad to do it. Looks like there's only 12 on the table at this point. Hennessy doesn't really have much here. So you just got to take the ball, take the 9 ball off Federer's side and try not to leave anything for Federer to work with, which is tough to do from here. Maybe you just send the cue ball all the way up to the short rail. No, he's cueing low. Plays the stun shot. 9 ball's going to go a little long. Is it going to fall in? What a bank by Jonathan Pinegar. That was a great shot. Am I miscounting? I'm miscounting. There's only... I think there's a couple balls overlapped in the middle of the table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now we're at 3. Now we're at 3. Plays the combo, doesn't go. Cue ball rolling towards the scratch. Is it going to hang up? Oh my gosh. I don't know if that was a roll, Hennessy. Jonathan gave it a little. That ball rolled this way. I don't know about that. It looked like it was going at the corner of the table from ever since the middle of the table. That's pretty brutal. I think you can bank the 6 into the stack here, maybe. It's tough to control the cue ball if you're trying to get any real movement out of the stack, though. Other option, get rid of the 7 ball, because that 7 ball is really bad for business. Maybe you can also skip off the problem is you can't really come off the right side of the stack because these 2 balls are pointed at Jonathan's hole. So like say for instance, there's a shot usually where you can thin off the right side of this ball and like come up behind the 7 here. But if you do that, because these balls are so close together, the 5 ball is going to leak out into this region of the table, and that's bad for Fedor. That's kind of why I look at maybe banking the 6 into the stack or maybe off the 2 towards your hole and just lay the cue ball up anywhere on this side of the table because none of the balls are really playable. There's not really any return banks for Hennessy here. I mean, the 15 lays real low, so if you lay the cue ball like up in this region, it's no good for Jonathan. But it's not easy. None of it's easy. He's looking right now also at maybe just rolling up off the left side of the 6. He's looking at just thinning off the 6 here. Just going ultra safe. Yeah, it takes the 6 ball bank out of play as well. I wonder if he left an edge of this 2 ball. I'm going to change this song here. Just since it's kind of loud right now. Got to cover up that jukebox, though. Maybe change to the next song again. There we go. What's going on, Sensei Nate? Problem with that shot with the 2-rail kick behind the 7 and leaves him behind the 2 is a lot of times you sell out of bank on the 2 because the stack is really manageable in its current position. Winning Gambler asks who's still in. Everybody. All 32 players. First day. First round. Look at this 2-rail bank at the stack. Put the cue ball on the right-hand long rail. I mean, sorry, at his hole. I don't know why I said stack. And it's protected by the stack. That is a great bank right there. That creates a lot of problems for Jonathan here. How close that ball got to the hole creates a lot of problems for Jonathan because usually puts him in a spot where he either has to give up some of the pressure that he has with the 7 ball being so close to his hole or leave a shot on the 6. Where do you play safe here? Maybe try to leave the cue ball in the stack somehow? Is there a way to maybe... Yeah, he's just got to come off the 2 and lay underneath the 6, which kind of gives up the 7. You know, the 7's not going to be sitting there anymore. Who do you think could be the dark horse this year in the tournament? Oliver Ruger. Oliver, Efren. I know that Efren's not necessarily considered, will never really be considered a dark horse, but he's certainly not the favorite these days. And I'm not at all putting Oliver on the same level with Efren. Shane Wolford was the dark horse last year. I don't think he's going to have a showing like that this year. But you never know. It's a biased dark horse pick. It's a biased dark horse pick because obviously I know Oliver. So I'm hoping he does well. That would be really cool. Yeah, so Hennessy gets into a position where, because of the fantastic 2-rail bank by our boy, putting the 6-ball real close to his hole, all of a sudden, Jonathan's in a real bad spot. There we go. Thank God the camera adjusted. Ooh, he might have left the bank here on the 11th. This bank lays real good. The 6-ball is just far enough off the rail where the pocket plays pretty big for any like bank into the 6-ball. Can make that 11-ball really tempting here. And I wonder if he can like draw back up into the stack to try to protect what ends up by his hole. I'm just going into fantasy land because I know that Fedor has such good firepower. He can do so many things. Trying to hypothesize what he might come up with can be crazy sometimes. He might just try to protect the 6 because the 6 is in such a good spot. Might look for a better spot. So he's looking at removing the 2 and using the stack to cover the 6-ball. And the reason he's looking at the exact spot, I think, is because you really got to be sure of exactly how you're covering it up. Because you don't want to give up some type of like rail first, like kick thing that you overlooked or something like that. The chat saying as far as dark horses go. Let's take a look at the chat, see if the dark horse conversation. I want to hear from you guys. What do you guys think? Let's see it in the chat. Dark horse picks for this tournament. Mike Banks Jr. Bustamani's not a dark horse. He went for $15K in the Calcutta. Sky Woodward, maybe. I don't know if he's... Yeah, I guess he's not necessarily considered one of the top one-pocket guys, right? Yeah, Woodward is a good pick. Scott Frost. Scott Frost, it's been a while since he's snapped anything like this off. SVP. He didn't even show. Sergio Rivas, good player. Very capable one-pocket player. Yeah, that's the first time I saw Hunter White in the chat. He's a good player. He went real cheap in the Calcutta. He went for like $2,500 in the Calcutta. Your mom. Ooh, snap. Nice one. Earl the Pearl. Yeah. I think anybody who would be considered in the bottom 16 out of the 32 would be considered a dark horse. So I think Sky Woodward is not quite there, actually. Took a second and looked away from the action while I'm reading the chat, and all of a sudden Hennessy's got a ball hanging in his hole, but he sold out a shot. Oh yeah, by the way, guys, house rules, you don't need a foot on the ground. You don't need a foot on the ground here. You can do whatever the hell you want. They'll climb right up on the table. All right, he's off and running. Looks like he's got a combo here. Let me update the score and we'll get back to full screen. Best rule ever. Fight me. I want to make sure I don't transition right while Fedor's shooting, so let's wait till after he shoots the next shot. Because it looks like he's getting ready to go here. Oh, didn't even need to shoot the combo. He had a shot. Here we go, full screen. All right, your boy needs 7 from here. Paul just looked at me. Your boy needs 7 from here. And that jukebox is getting real loud. It's an interesting spot to look at the combo. I wonder if he's looking at shooting the combo, drawing the cue ball into the 11, and leaving himself a shot on the 15. Yeah, he missed it. And he missed the 11. I think he went all out for the combo there and just missed it. It's a real big spot for Hennessy to steal a game here because he only needs 5, and he's got 4 sitting right in front of his hole. He's got 4 of them sitting right there. Going with the old behind the back because he doesn't have to have feet on the ground. Gotta like it. There you go. Watch that 2-ball. Oh my gosh, his foot is right next to the 2-ball. How do you not kick the 2-ball there? Oh my god. Did he not get on the next ball? Oh my. No way he didn't get on the next ball. There's no way he didn't get on the next ball. Okay, he got there. He should just stand on the table and use a golf putter next game. I'm sorry. I thought it was 1 foot has to be on the floor. Yeah, no. Buffaloes, they changed the rules for this pool room. House rules. They don't care. Looks like maybe he has to swerve here. Imagine him chalking up a putter for minutes just to stand on the table. Yikes. Yeah, obviously he can't see the whole ball. Otherwise, he would have shot it already. Cheers, cheers, YouTube land and Facebook land and Twitch. We got like 2 or 3 people watching on Twitch. He didn't have a shot. Wow. Did he even cover up the 10-ball bank? Can Fedor see the 10-ball here? Because it's pretty free, I think, if you can miss the 15-ball. I'm not sure. They're not American rules. It's Buffalo Pro Classic rules specific to this room in this tournament. Tough spot here. Tough spot here. I mean, I would assume he's going to do something with the 10 ball, but I don't think it passes the 14 to the hole, and you got to make sure you don't sell anything on the 1 ball or, you know, the 3 or anything like that, because you don't have any, you have nothing in this zone, right? So it gives Jonathan a lot of freedom to bank things through that area and not sell anything out in return. So see where this 10 ball goes. So apparently Hennessy's looking at leaving that 10 there. He's looking at leaving that 10 there and laying the cue ball on the left-hand long rail and maybe using this 5 ball to send the spotted balls towards this hole, maybe? I'm not sure. It's a risky shot to disturb that because depending on how they open up, you can leave something. So he does leave the 10, decides to try to roll up on it, but if he doesn't cover this 14, he's got problems. If Hennessy didn't cover up that 14, he could have just put in a small order of Dunyan rings. Let's see if Fedor can deliver. Federal Express. This is one of them banks that, you know, you're never supposed to say it when you're the guy on the mic, but this is one of them banks that these guys are supposed to always make. There you go. There you go. What, Major Camel? You never heard about the Dunyan rings? He must be able to see this 10 ball. He's walking around the table with a lot of enthusiasm. Maybe he can't see the 10. All he's got is the 2. No way. Maybe plays the 2 off of the 10? As it looks like the 13 wants to be in the way of this bank. Oh no, he's playing the 13. Unlucky not having a shot on that 10 ball. This is in the drain. In the sewer. Drano. Shot. Yeah, Jeff Purvis. Yeah, I'm streaming to Fedor's YouTube channel and his Facebook page. And his Twitch page. Ooh, cue ball needs to slow down. I think he left a thin shot on the 10 here. I think that 10 is fairly far away from the short rail, making it very pocketable, I believe. And if it's far enough away, he can spin around this 7 ball. Which apparently it is. And it's looking like we're on our way. Let's not jinx it, anybody. But he only needs 2 more balls to be the man in game 2. This for game 2. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even worry about the cue ball. He's like, I'm going to make this ball. Let's go. Rack him up. Rack him up. Rack him up. All right. All right, let's get the ending score predictions in the chat. Let's get that discussion going. What do you guys think? Ending score predictions of this match. Who do you think is the winner? And what's the score? Throw it up in the chat right now. How does Fedor feel about freedom? Hey, freedom is for everybody. 5-0, 5-1, 5-1, 5-0, 3-0. We're racing to 5, baby. Fedor wins 5-2. 5-3 Henny. We got one from Torture You in the chat. I wonder why he predicted that. Torture You. 5-2 Fedor. Fedor 5-1, 5-1, 5-2, 5-1, 5-1. 5-4 Chris McSorley coming in with a 5-4 Hill prediction. in favor of the Ghost. Donut coming in from Blaine. Blaine dropping the donut in the chat. Chris McSorley says 5-4 at 4 a.m. God, please help me. Please, God, no. I got work in the morning. Yeah, Federer was master of the table last year, not this most recent one, but the year before that. He was master of the table 2 years prior. For 2 years prior to last year, or this recent event. Sorry, I don't know why I can't figure out how to say that right. Yeah, Federer went for 43 grand, and a $300,000 Calcutta first prize has to be close to 100K. So I don't know if that's a great bet. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be real honest. I don't know if 43K on Federer is a great bet. Because that's saying that he essentially wins it 1 in 3 or 1 in 4 times. It's probably close. I think he wins it every time, right? I just expect him to win everything all the time. Yeah, and the reason that I say I think he needs to win 3-1 or 4 in 1 or 1 in 4, 1 in 3 is because you still get money if you get second, third, fourth. So all that has to be considered. And I'm just talking about for break even. I'm sure Federer bought a piece of himself. I don't know how much. Terry Hanna says first will be close to 130K. Well, there you go. I trust that source because he was there giving all the updates on Facebook for for how much everyone sold. Has it really been 30 minutes a game? I don't think it's been 30 minutes a game, though. Casey. Here we go. Hennessy on the way back. The Ghost. Taking his time as well. Yo, what's up, Alan? Alan Sword in the chat. You think that last rack put Henny on tilt? Ugh. He had it in his hands. Federer was down. All he did was sell out one easy bank. No, Federer made some great moves in that one, too. All right, back to the action. This is a pretty, I would say it's a good break, but pretty sure Hennessy can get to the 14, no problem. Off of the short rail, I'm fairly certain. That 10 ball might be poking out just far enough, though, for no access. We'll see. One moment, guys. I'll be right back. God. Our boy is such a sicko. It's sick. He played that shot like he was playing 14-1. Imagine he gets these open up a little bit more. I wonder how things are going to turn out after this shot right here. Yeah, the 4-ball goes now. Is there a way to get on the good side of these balls? Alan Sword coming in with the details says Calcutta first place is a little under 120K. Tournament is 32K. So about 150 for the winner up top. He does get to the good side of the balls in the stack, and it's looking like a quick game number 3 is probably in our near future, because I'm pretty certain that 12 ball passes the 4. And Hennessy can't even look at the table. Can't blame him. He's going forward here, which means goofy things can happen if he gets a funny kiss, but he just rolls off the 5 and ends up with a shot on the 5. That's kind of what I was talking about. I was wondering if he was going to snooker himself, but it looks like it lays pretty good here. He only needs 2. Fedor's playing some good pool. Should be able to use the 8 and that other stripe sitting right there to really make sure he doesn't sell out. And he'll get position on the 2. And if the ball doesn't go, it's going to be laying right in the jaws. And it does go, of course, and Hennessy's going to concede after the 2 balls sitting in prime real estate for Fedor to finish the game. So here we go. 3-0 quite quickly all of a sudden. No filler in this tournament, Nate Dogg. No filler. Fedor's mad about yesterday. Dude, Fedor, I talked to him on the phone after that match. He was so tilted that he missed that spot shot. He's like, I deserve to lose. I was like, but man, those two rail banks that Rob just laser beamed to his own hole. Kind of ridiculous. He's like, I deserve it. I mean, I missed ball in hand the spot shot. Well, it might be quick too. If Hennessy goes on real tilt here, it might go real quick. But we'll see if he, grinds it out. He's a grinder. Kind of got a funny kiss out of the stack there. Did you see how close the cue ball went to the corner pocket? Usually doesn't go quite that close, so I think he got a secondary kiss. I think that's also why the 6 ball stayed so close to the stack, right in here. instead of popping out more. But it looks like Fedor can use the 6 off the side of the 10 ball to move the 6 a little bit closer this way. Just wants to make sure that he can find a way to, you know, end up in this zone where he doesn't leave a bank on the 6 ball if that's what he decides to do. Let's see what he comes up with. He's looking at it pretty quickly here. Yeah, so when a player breaks, so it's alternate break, right? For those new to One Pocket, it's alternate break. And when you break, you generally break the balls in the direction of the pocket that you want to shoot to. And the person who's breaking is the one that gets to pick which pocket, right? So Jonathan Pinegar broke this way, right? So he's claiming this pocket right here, which means that Jonathan's shooting into this pocket and Fedor shooting into this pocket. So he is looking to move the 6 towards this hole off the 10 here. And he's going to tie. No, he doesn't tie up the 8 ball. Looks like he sold out. He was shooting at it like he thought it was dead off the side of the 10. I didn't think it was even close, if I'm going to be honest with you. But maybe he was hoping to get it to slide on the tangent line longer because of the speed that he hit it at. Things are laying pretty good. I'd say it's a 50% shot. I really can't tell from this angle. Maybe the 13 passes. If the 13 does pass, he's going to have a chance to get a few more shots in this rack, and it looks like he's playing position on it right now. Ooh, but is he playing away from the stack here? Looks like the cue ball might be coming away from the stack. Yeah, look where he just put his cue. That's where he wanted to be. Or maybe the 13 is dead off the 14 or close to it. Maybe that's what he's looking at. Yeah, maybe he's looking at a semi-dead ball just for a move. Play the cue ball into a good location. Let's see what he does. No. It just went clean. It was just clean. I have no idea what he was looking at. Hey, Papo Seco, it's good to see you too, buddy. I'm going to go play Candy Crush. Have a blast, Europe #1. Well, Pinegar's looking at coming way up table, I think, right now. He's looking at, yeah, going the old back and forth. This line here, the odds of laying good, like ideal, on one of these next balls is so low. Like, if he's real thin, then he's forced to go like this. You're coming across the shot lines, right? Look at this. Is he going to get straight in on the one? Oh, wow, that's a great shot. That's a great shot. It is so easy to end up like in this spot right here where you've got the 6 ball with no future or a back cut on the 1 ball, you know, or like in between, like right here, same idea, 10 ball, no future, or a blind cut on the 1. That was a great shot. Like ideal speed. Is the 5 dead? I'm almost certain it's not. I think the 5 is pointing towards that 4 ball. That's a great shot. Oh, unlucky for the cue ball to end up on the rail, though. Oh, wow. That's unlucky. I don't think Jonathan's going to get more than 1 more ball. Possible, but really tough. No way he's looking at cutting this 11 right now. Come on. I think you just got to take the 10. But I guess if you shoot the 10, you're just going to leave a move for Fedor if it doesn't go. If you shoot the 11, same idea. You shoot the 11, you're going back and forth. You're just going to leave a move because there's no way to protect it. And the odds that you get it in the hole are lower than if you shoot the 10. I actually don't like the angle on the 11 winning gambler. Only because the odds that it goes are so much lower, right? Where's he gonna put the cue ball? He's just gonna leave, you know, the 11 a lot of the time just ends up like here on the rail or down here, right? And then you just leave a move for Fedor. You're just like, you know, the cue ball is gonna end up somewhere over here. You know what I mean? I mean, if you put inside spin on it, you're risking the scratch is big from that point on the rail right here. The scratch in the side is big. Yeah, you're just leaving a move here, I think. It left kissy. It left a little kissy. So the only reason I said the 10 might be better is because if you're going to leave a move, in theory, it'd be better to have higher odds. Like, if you miss and you're going to leave a move, it might be better to just have higher odds on the shot that you're shooting at. Oh, he does have 5. I didn't count that one where he drew back to the rail. I missed it. Let's see how he does. Sorry. Sorry, he didn't leave a move. He just sold out a shot. That is so dumb. That is not fair, dude. He misses the kiss and the stack and makes the ball. So gross. I feel and then the Vietnam Van Fong comes in the chat with the Vietnam flags. Yeah, go Vietnam. Similar to that other 2-rail bank that he shot, this one's going to come up short. And does it leave a bank, or is this one that you can't miss the kiss on? Can't tell. This might be one of the ones that isn't really bankable. So if that's the case, you're supposed to bank it to your side and put the cue ball in the stack, I think. You know, tuck the cue ball on the left-hand side of the 14 ball, if possible. But if it does go, I don't even know if it goes. You're supposed you can. It might be better to just stick it there because there's no other balls to shoot at. Like, put it in the hole. Yeah. So he's looking at the cue ball into the 14 right now. Thank you, Van. Thank you, Van Phuong. Vietnam loves Fedor? What? Newsflash. No, the ball count is correct. The 7 and the 15 are right next to each other. That's a good shot from Hennessy. There's 2 balls right here. There are 9 on the table. Fedor's in trouble here in this game. Yeah, the bank was a kiss. I was pretty certain the way it laid. Fedor's in trouble. There's a scratch here. There's a sellout here. You got to hit this real good, and it might be okay to just take a foul, but he hits it unbelievable. Sorry about the music. I'll change this song. I know this one's super annoying. Let me get right on that, guys. Wow, that was a great shot by Fedor. That was like top-notch stuff. It essentially forces Hennessy to thin off the side of the 10, try to put the cue ball back in the same spot, but the problem for Hennessy is the 10's going to move away from his hole, relieving a little bit of pressure, right? Oh, he used the stack. He could see the stack. I thought he couldn't see the stack. This is a good shot. Oh, no. Oh, no, he came up short. Our boy's going to have an open shot. And now the 4 and 3 are open and they go to his hole. If he makes this one, and I'm pretty sure it lays, he could turn this game around. The problem is it's kind of, if it lays where it can go, it's kind of an all-out bank. Not all out like you're going to lose the game if you miss it, but you're playing for an offensive position. You're not playing for like a two-way position. If it goes, like if it's possible to make the ball. You might just have to take it out. And that's all he could do. So it didn't go. Great cue ball. Slowly changing the flow of this game. We're racing to 5. That's an interesting shot by Pinegar because it puts a ball out on Fedor's side. And Fedor can see the 3. I mean, he could just bank the 3 out of there and put him on the back of the stack. I'm pretty sure he can get enough of this cue ball, too, to do that. Maybe it's really wedged up on the rail, but... I mean, there's nothing to do with the 10. There's nothing to do with the 15 because the 3's impeding the cue ball. Meaning, like, to thin off the 15 and try to, play safe that way. You could send the 3 up table and send the cue ball 1 rail into the pack. But I think if you can comfortably enough dig on this cue ball, you want to... No, so he is playing with a high ball here. Sending the cue ball up table, maybe? Yeah. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. None of the balls bank. Especially with where the cue ball is going to be going. Hey, Cesar Morales in the chat. The Cesar Morales. Thank you for hanging out, man. John Browd in the chat says, what's the score? It's right up there. It's right there. Oops. Greg Spano, this is a double elimination tournament, race to 5 on both sides. Pretty good shot from Hennessy here. Anytime you got Fedor shrugging, you know you made a good shot. Like a really good shot. That 7 looks like it's really close to dead. I don't know about you guys. That 7 looks really close. The problem is you don't want to sell out a bank on the 10. Can't see the bottom score. The gray makes it... We might change the gray color then. I'm just following what they had on previous streams. Yo, what's up, Mark Adams? See you in a month. He took a foul. He took a foul. That's strong. That is strong. These might be going up table, boys and girls. The 5-ball bank is close to shootable here. Tough to see if it makes its way around the 6-ball, but I think it does. These are the kinds of shots where if there's anything in the stack that's bankable back at Fedor's hole, it's easy to overlook it and leave something if you don't get this 5-ball real close. That's a good thing for Hennessy. It slows down Fedor in the long run because balls that are on Fedor's side now are all tied up table. Considering that Pinegar only needs 3 from here, balls tied up is a good thing for him. Slows down his opponent, keeps him from getting back in the game. Guys, I got to step out for just a minute or two. Keep me up to date with the score. If any balls are made, let me know what changes. I'll be back in about 2 or 3 minutes. All right, what'd I miss? Jonathan got another one. Fedor owes one. Fedor owes one. Jonathan has 6. Is that what I'm seeing? All right. I had to go get a little sugar rush. I was starting to get a little, losing my pep. Man, if you only need 2 here, you just drive that wedge, baby. Right? No need to get greedy over anything. Maybe even just send the 15 into the wedge. Screw it. Commit, baby. Like if you have a bad angle on the 14. If you only need 2 and your opponent needs 9, take them all out of play. Yeah. And Fedor, unfortunately, is going to have to play that game, and he might just remove the 15. It's kind of like worth noting as well. If Pinegar was going to shoot that 14 and thin it like that, it might have been better for him to move the 15 because he was leaving a 2-railer. You know, it was kind of like a free roll on a 2-railer. I think he left a free roll on a bank. Did he leave a bank here? No, I mean, it's definitely something you can shoot at. But it's not high percentage by any stretch of the imagination. Sugar is an American food group, yeah. Look at this. Look at this. Oh. Oh. Now you just got to keep in mind you owe one. If he's going to be spotting one after this inning, you want to make sure he wants to make sure he doesn't leave a shot on that spotted ball. Like that ball didn't even think about touching a rail. Looked high percentage from there. I know, right? No way this 7 has a lane. He's going to twist this 7 and not touch anything else. If you misstroke a shot like that at all, a ball goes towards Hennessy's hole. Like this. Even if it had a lane, you got to think that's irresponsible. He's probably just feeling it because of the last bank that he just obliterated and sent to Narnia. Oh my God, Hennessy butchered the cut shot. Did he leave anything for Fedor here? Look at him. He can't even... Look at him. He couldn't even believe it. It's that moment when you're just like, are you freaking kidding me, dude? Needs his cue ball to get there. Oh, my gosh. Did it ever get there? No, unless the 7's bankable. That would be unlucky. You guys in the chat are brutal. Hey, shout out to everyone watching on YouTube. We got 900 people watching on YouTube. Don't forget to click that like button, guys. We got 126 likes. We're not even batting 20%. Is the 10-6 wired in Pinegar's corner? I don't believe so. Looks like it's pointed like, whoa, my bad, guys. Let's do that. Oh, no, not again. Didn't we just talk about this? Looks like it's pointed like here. No reason to shoot the 11 here, right? Gotta shoot the 4. Making sure nothing goofy happens from the table. Well, I'm sure Fedor's probably like me. I like all the balls down table. I like running balls. So when the game turns into this game, just move them back down. And if you lose, you lose. Let's rack them up. Let's go. I mean, after the last one that Hennessy butchered, you're probably okay with leaving him a shot like the one that he just left him with the cue ball on the rail like that. Look at the camera just focusing on Hennessy right now in his pure tiltage. We all know how that feels, man. Well, Vince, that one was a lot tougher than the last one. That shot was probably if the last shot that he missed was supposed to be 100%er, that one was probably supposed to be 50-50. I like running balls, Papo. I never said I'm good at it. Who's the best one-pocket player in America? That's a good question. That is a really good question. Yeah, Hennessy got left over this ball. It really sucks. He's just forced to move up underneath the 15. Which is a good shot. I mean, this is effective because Fedor likes all these balls where they're sitting. And there's no real way where they're sitting to move them closer to his hole. Right? And so then you start to think, okay, well, what can I do to protect this? Well, there's nothing that you can use to protect what you've got. Right? everything's way up table and on the rail. So it's like, well, what do you do here to ramp up the pressure on Hennessy? And I don't know. I have no idea what to do in this spot because none of the balls have banking lanes. There's no easy place to roll out to by thinning a ball that's going to leave the balls either protected by another ball or protected like how he was jacked up. You know, Hennessy in the last shot was jacked up over the 6. So the balls were up table, but they were still kind of protected because it's difficult to cue in a way that you can do it accurately, right? So it's like, all things considered, that was a pretty effective shot by Hennessy. Let's see what Fedor does. It looks like he's taking a foul up behind the 11. No, he's kicking the 11. Okay. How is something like that not on SportsCenter on ESPN? What a shot! Holy! Just wait for the chat. Wait for the chat. That is so sick. That was a pretty good shot. That is unfair. That's a game winner. And he needs 8. No, it's not a game winner, but God, it puts him right back in the game. The ball's in the hole. And he didn't even have to take a foul. Oh my God. I'll get a replay set up here in a couple seconds here, but that was outrageous. There's not even a kick to the ball. I don't even think he can kick to make the ball. Wow. Certainly the shot of the match so far. Let's get back to the full screen. That was... I'm speechless. I got nothing to say, baby. Hennessy might stand here for 25 minutes. That is so disgusting. I'm sorry. The fact that he even sees the shot to even think about attempting to play it. I want to go while he's deciding. I want to watch something back real quick. See what Fedor was looking at when he walked over there. See if he was looking at the cue ball sliding towards the 3 right there or not. He was. He knew that the cue ball was going to slide right at the 3 and 6. And then here's the shot. Let me, does this still work? It does. Let's just make sure that, okay, he's folding his arms here. Ugh. Oh, he got lucky hitting the 14. I didn't see that part, but still so sick. Look at that cue ball, so sick. Good shot. I mean, containing shot, right? Now, your Fedor, what do? You make the 10 to get another ball up table and try to draw back, keep things covered up? Is that greedy? Am I being greedy? I'm bad at this game, first of all. Because you want more balls up table to run balls later because you need 8. So if you feel like it's a reasonable percentage to make this ball and draw, or if there's an angle where you can go forward, that's even better. Want to end up back on this 6. No, this is overdoing it. That's way overdoing it. Hennessy got let out right there. Hennessy got let out big time right there. And Federer's about to get a ball. Where is... Yeah, he's just going to leave the cue ball right there. Wow. All that work and the sickness, and you get one out of it. Damn. No, this is no good. Yeah, look at him hitting his shaft because he's just frustrated. He's not going through the ball clean. Yeah, now Hennessy can start moving these balls out. So now he's just got to figure out how he wants to start doing it. Try to find the most effective way to maybe move one or two of them out of there without leaving a... You know, you don't want to leave anything on the right-hand long rail near the pocket. He might do it one at a time. Looks like he's going one at a time first. Maybe drive a wedge near the side pocket. Yeah. There's no banking lane, so it's totally fine leaving everything kind of close together and tight right there as long as the cue ball's way below him. Because if Federer wants to hit the balls, he's just going to send them up table. He'll do the work for you. What's he looking at here? What is he looking at here? No, it's... Wow, unlucky off the point. But I don't think Hennessy can shoot at this 4-ball because the cue ball's rolling straight into the 9 and 11. S3204 says, I'm new to one pocket. Is it not minus when you sink a ball in the wrong pocket? So the only two pockets on the table that count for scoring are these two pockets. It doesn't matter who makes the ball in the pocket. If this is your pocket and a ball goes in there, it scores for you, right? These 4 balls are non-scoring pockets. So, sorry, not 4 balls. These 4 pockets are non-scoring pockets. If a ball is pocketed in one of those pockets, it just gets moved back to the spot. And if a ball occupies the spot, you spot it behind it. And if a ball occupies that space as well, you spot it behind it. So they start to line up down here. It's just a way of getting balls back into play. Oh, our boy going to have an open shot. Federer needs 7. And there are 6 very makeable balls right here if he can make this opening shot. They're not hangers. There's a lot of distance here. There's a lot of green. There's a lot of green on that shot. Game over. I wouldn't say it yet. If Federer makes this shot, it might be game over. Here comes the tilt truck. Come on, Kirk. Take it easy on Hennessy, guys. Come on, take it easy on him. He's a nice guy. Change this song. This song's kind of annoying. Yeah. I think you got to shoot the 3 here. Not the 7 because it gets you automatic on the 7 in a good way. Someone said he'll shoot the 14. Yeah, it wasn't a hanger, guys. Oh, no. Look where the 3 pops out. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't think the 14's on the table. Hennessy's missed the last 2 open shots he's had, right? I'm not saying he was going to miss that one, but he played the cue ball safe. Did you see him put his fist up in the air? Hey, I made one. I think that's what he was doing right there. He played the cue ball safe. I would think that you got to go there. Put the guy to bed, you know? Notice he played it with a lot of speed because he knew the cue ball was going to be in, you know, this low region of the table, so he wanted to make sure that this ball cleared back out and got out of play for any kind of return bank. Oh, thank you. Didn't change the score yet. Sorry. When I stream for Fedor, I have to change the score in a different way than I normally do, so it's not like a solid habit loop. Yeah, there's nothing here. Yeah, I see Fedor shaking his head. Honestly, if I'm up 3-0 here, and this is probably the non-champion in me speaking. Wait a second, that's all of me. But if I'm up 3-0, and the other guy's got 7 and I've got 1, I'm like, let's play the next game. It's definitely the non-champion, all of me speaking. I think Pinegar can bank this 15. The question is, can he do it without selling out the 4-ball? The answer to that is probably no. Yeah, after he's looked at everything so long, I would assume he's just going to drive the wedge here. Joseph Estrada, I am just pronouncing it the way that I've heard other people pronounce it. I've never met the guy. Honestly, Europe number 1, I'd rather meet you. And I'm not saying that facetiously. And I'm not saying it as a burn to Hennessy. Just go all out, dude. And he even played position on the 15. There you go. So you're saying there's a chance. So you're telling me there's a chance. The only ball to get on here is the 7 ball because nothing else goes. I don't think. Does he nudge the 11? Don't want to go past the 11 here. Unless it goes. If this ball goes, he's a goddamn genius. If this ball goes and he played position on this ball, I don't know what to say. Oh, and the 7 ball comes out. No good. Oh, man. Oh, man. I think I'd rather bank the 9 before I bank the 11. It looks like the players might be taking a break here. Oh, no. Fedor's just standing back. He's banking the 11. Fedor's got no chill on this shot. What about the 9? The 9 goes. Apparently the 11 goes. Apparently the 11 was a hanger. Look at the cue ball underneath the 4, too. He played safe. I mean, he's obviously got a fairly good feel for this table. Is he looking at banking this 4 ball right now? Stop it. Imagine he banks the 4 ball and plays the cue ball way up table. Oh my God, it was going, dude. That ball was going. at the heart of the pocket. How do you see that double kiss? Unbelievable. He gins it and then gets a kiss after the third rail. After the cue ball hits the third rail. Oh, thank you. Yeah, sorry. I'm just like so distracted by the action. This is going long. This ball sits good for the or decent, not good. It's not easy. But you can shoot this bank. Or you can just kick it out. But if you kick it out, you got to make sure you don't leave a bank off the opposite short rail. He does go after the bank / move. Covers it up with a 9 ball. Real nice. Real good stuff. You know what I'm going to do, guys? I'm going to do something here. Give me a second on that scoreboard. I'm going to move these over here. Right there. There. Tennessee's going to win that game. On to the next. That's what I say. On to the next. We're going to change this to a 1. We're going to change this to a 3. And we're going to go like this. Now it's easy for me to keep track of the ball count. There you go. Is that a little better, guys? For the gray, light gray situation. All right, I'll try to make the adjustment. Same color still? Certainly it is not. All right. Oh, wow. Alex Calderon beats Efren Reyes 5-1. Billy Thorpe beats Ike Runnels 5-2. Hunter White beats Randy Kamanteague 5-1. Josh Roberts wins his match against Bernard Walker 5-1. Mickey Krause wins versus Jason Brown 5-3. Boosty beats Mike Banks Jr., one of the picks for the Dark Horse, 5-0. And Corey Duell beats Mike DeLauder 5-1. Corey Duell is here to play. By the way, if you want to see the action on the stream table for the event, the main feature table, you got to check it out at PoolActionTV.com. You can see the link in the video description. Roberto Gomez is playing Evan Lunda. Man, it would be really good for Fedor to be able to thin off of this 13 just a little bit at some point. Or is that the 15 ball? Can't tell. No, it's a 13. Just to be sure that the 10 and 13 are both open. If he can do that and get safe. Because as it stands, only the 13 is open. There we go. Now it all matches. Good shot. Tough spot. Patrick, if you're talking about Fedor, if you thought that shot was a foul, I'm certain that he thinned that ball that he was next to quite thin. Yo, what's up, Rags? Rags in the Facebook chat. Well, decent attempt at a cool shot, but it doesn't go, and now Hennessy's got the pick of the litter. Sorry, guys, I had to take a phone call, and now I got to step out of the booth for just a minute or two. I'll be back just shortly. It looks like the action is going pretty slow right now, though, so I shouldn't miss too much. We'll see what happens. I'll be back to update the score as soon as possible. Our boy get an opening and take a break. What do we got on the table? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they're all on the table, but our boy has an opening. With 8 sitting in front of his hole. And only like 2 or 3 of them need to be developed. Okay. Fingers crossed we get on the hill here. Let's pop over so Facebook land can see YouTube land and vice versa for a second. What do we got? We got 800 on YouTube, 300 on Facebook, 3 on Twitch. Ayy. Okay. We're back at it. He's taking a look at this 8 ball. It looks like it's playable clean, but if it isn't playable clean, it certainly goes off the 13 and you can develop the 10 immediately. Now he's just showing off that. Look at that physique, man. Look at that. I'm sorry. Ladies, eat your heart out, Christina. All right, let's get back to full screen. That should be the game right there. That shot right there is supposed to be a game-winning shot. Let's see if he can convert. And things get funny. I mean, not super funny, but depending on how the combo lays, as long as he can move the cue ball up to one of these other balls as insurance and not have to... I mean, maybe he can play shape on the 1, but that's usually pretty difficult. Oh, well, there you go. It laid great. He needs 3, folks. Yeah, I think you got to play for the 14 here, right? I think the back and forth is a little, it's not quite natural. But I guess if you play for the 14, what are you hoping to land on next? The 4? Needs to get above the ball. Well, I guess it doesn't matter because he could slide up to the 9 now. Yeah. Yeah, needs 2. Or slide up to the 15, jacked up over the 3. No big deal. No big deal. Your opponent just has 4 balls in their hole. It's fine. Just make the ball. Yep, get up, look at it again. There you go. On the hill. Oh, yeah, seems real thrilled. Okay, so Hennessy actually takes a little bit more of a conservative break, breaking closer to the middle of the table. This is real nice, though. Wow. Wow, if this 3-ball, imagine if this 3-ball was right here. It'd be the impossible break to get out of. It'd be the break where you just roll into the stack. But you can kick here and take a I mean, even if you don't hit a ball, it's fine. Because there's a big wall here. You're not going to leave anything. Imagine getting underneath the 4. Imagine getting like right up underneath and behind it. I mean, it's literally like a natural bank. You just bank directly at this diamond right here. He went a little bit longer than that, and he's going to hit the 1 because of it. Is he going to scratch? He got a rail. No scratch. And it lays good. Little lucky there. He did not want to hit that 1 ball. Any news about Bustamante? He won his match 5-0 versus Mike Banks Jr. Let's see if there's any other updates on the bracket. Jeff DeLuna still playing James Adam. Tony Chohan still playing Chip Compton. There's a classic matchup. Sky Woodward still playing Jay Hall. There's another really good matchup. Jeremy Seaman ends up winning over Josh O'Neill. Roland Garcia beats Shane Wolford 5-2. Roland Garcia has been playing some jam-up one pocket. He is Mr. Get There in the one pocket tournaments. Oliver Ruger still playing versus Scott Frost. I'm actually going to see if I can get some insider info on that match. Uh-oh. Our boy left a bank on this 8-ball. It's going to hit the 11. And actually tie up the 11. I would say that this is actually a worse ball position for Hennessy than before the shot. Although the cue ball's in a really good spot. Fedor should be able to draw off of this one ball quite easy. Just wants to make sure he doesn't 3-rail it back to Hennessy's hole. I mean, this is okay. Especially if it ties up to 3 and 5. Yeah, no, that ended up in a really bad spot for Fedor. So both players trading, they're not necessarily mistakes, but like negative expected value plays, maybe. Oh, Fedor owes one. Thank you. Does Fedor owe one? My bad. Is there... Oh, I think I do see a coin over there. Yeah. My apologies, guys. I missed that. Is he going to foul again here? He is. I think worth the foul, though. I mean, it's probably worth the foul, given the spot. All the balls still on table. All the balls still down table. All the balls in front of Hennessy's hole. Gotta try to keep him off of them. Yeah, but how are you going to get there? I mean, he was looking at the good side of the stack, but how's he going to get on the good side of the stack? Take a foul. That's not good enough. That's not good enough. Fedor's going to do some damage here. Wow, he essentially just puts him in the same spot. This spot begs the question, if it was good enough to take a foul last time, is it still good enough to take a foul? Tell you what, it is getting late out here in California, which means it's really late for the rest of you. That's a hell of a shot right there. That's a hell of a shot. He opens up, you know, a few of his balls that were pretty close proximity to each other. Puts Fedor in a trap, essentially. This is really trappy. The question is, can Fedor bank this 5-ball and draw the cue ball through a gap and not sell something on the 3 or the 1-ball? He's been banking he's been banking the ball good all night. I almost said he's been banking the good ball all night. I got him. Good cue ball though. That is no good. I think you just play the rail first stop shot. Or maybe even just rail first and let the ball roll up on the 4. Like the rail first where the cue ball slides down the rail a little bit. Okay, boys and girls, that was a little greedy. And did he get away with it? Imagine there's no window for the 4-ball. Look at him shaking his head. I cannot believe. I cannot believe he didn't at least leave himself a shot on that 8-ball. Oh, off the stack. Well, that's a one pocket shot right there. Fedor's going to be kicking at this 4-ball, no doubt in my mind. Oh, snap. I just realized the way my score is working. He's got 1 right here. My apologies. I would assume that they're right now discussing whether or not Fedor's on 2. I don't know what they're asking about. But it's been a while since Fedor fouled. Jin's the kick. Nice kick. Scott Frost beats Oliver Ruger. Unlucky. All right, boys and girls, let's do this. Where are we at? What'd I miss? Looks like we're good. Fedor shooting into the pocket on the left, right? Weren't all the balls in front of Hennessy's hole a while ago? Wonder what they're discussing. It's little moments like that. I just wish we had like a wireless mic on them. If Pool really grows in the next 5 years or so, that'll be the norm. Everyone will be wearing mics. Just so much more entertaining. There's no chance Pinegar is gambling, is considering throwing his whole match away on that 14 ball. There's no chance. So don't even pretend like he was trying to see if he wanted to see if he wanted to. Good Lord, speak. Don't even pretend he was trying to see if he wanted to shoot that shot. All you do is you tie the 3 up on the 13, put the cue ball back there. There you go. Easy game. Well, there's nothing here for Fedor. Check and make sure it's straight. Hennessy, just check. Make sure. Make sure Fedor's not pulling a fast one on you. Now Fedor's going to move the 1. Protect the 3 and the 12, but try to leave it in a spot where Hennessy can't use the 9 to get underneath them. He played a kick. Really effective, actually. 14 balls covering up a lot of the work, or a lot of the real estate that Pinegar wants to work with. Kick the 3. Gamble leaving a bank on the 13. Thin off the 8. It's a pretty good shot. Tied up the 3 ball. Wait, Fedor made a second ball? There's no penny on Fedor's pocket, right? Oh, okay. Adam Williams says, yes, it's 2-0. Okay, we're going to go with 2-0. Sounds right, looks right. What about hitting the 6? The left side of the 6. No, it's no good. What's he looking at here? Apparently that 9 ball don't go. No way. Dead off of the cluster. No scratch, no chance. Fedor's off to the races and on the hill. This is no picnic. Needs to make one more really good shot right here. If he makes one really good shot, the game is probably over. It's got to be a good shot. Oh, it was a hanger. Never mind. How do you find dead balls like that? What the hell are we talking about in the chat on YouTube? Good Lord, guys. Well, our boy needs 3 more. Apparently game 6 count is black. And that's going to be it, guys. Well, there it is. Some good moves by Fedor. Early in the game, the balls were all stacked up on Pinegar's side, but Fedor finds a way to grind it out and get things rolling his way. But, yeah, be on the lookout for action all weekend. I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to be able to be a part of. When I can, I will. I'm sure Fedor will be streaming, whenever he can, or pretty much all his matches. So check out PoolActionTV if you want to see the pay-per-view and see all the action that you won't find on Fedor's channel. But other than that, we're going to call it right there. You guys have a great night. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for sweating it with us. Peace.